And we're gonna swim in an alpine lake for the first time.
She's doing this because she has to poop.
Moose or an elk. Dude, that's good for me. Chocolate.
Chocolate.
It is so windy and so cold.
I mean, Rocky Mountain fought back today, I guess. I don't know.
Good morning from Rocky Mountain National Park. It is currently 4:55 in the morning. We are here in, what month is it? August. At the end of August, and you still need timed entry to get in, so we decided to come in before you actually needed it. Chloe is being a crazy girl this morning. What are we doing here?
Got a lot of energy. She's doing this because she has to poop.
Anyway, we came in before you needed timed entry. We probably could have gotten it. It's just more of a hassle to do it, and we wanted to come for sunrise. We came first to Rainbow Curve Outlook, and
which is a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, from outside of the park, we were probably like, what, 15 minutes outside? From us leaving our spot 15 minutes outside of the park to pulling into the parking spot at Rainbow Curve Outlook, it was 45 minutes. So if you're coming this far into the park and you want to see sunrise, make sure you get here plenty early because it really is necessary. And for us,
early, there's not a single soul.
Yeah.
Parking lot but us.
This morning, coffee is very necessary for us, so Keith is on that literally immediately as soon as we pulled in. Isn't it such a pretty sunrise?
It's 6:13 and we're at Rainbow Curve. There's literally not a single other person in the parking lot.
And this is the perfect spot for
really
sunrise.
nice.
Like, it literally could not get better than this. What are we doing next?
I don't know what we're doing. We're gonna have breakfast.
I know what we're doing next.
What are we doing next?
Let me in on this. So the rest of the morning, we're gonna eat breakfast. If we feel like we really need to, we might squeeze in a little bit of a nap, but today's gonna kind of be a little bit of a chill day. We're gonna drive all the way down Trail Ridge Road, which is like the main road that goes all the way through the park. We'll probably go all the way to the other side of the park to Grand Lake, and then end at a sunset spot.
Yeah, where we saw sunset last year. It was really nice.
It was really nice, so we'll share that with you. I forget the name of it, but I'll tell you when we get there.
Tomorrow is the big hiking day, though, because it's going to be a little bit warmer. So,
and we're going to swim in an alpine lake for the first time, so stay tuned for that.
Oh, there's a
moose or an elk. Probably an elk. So this is the second time that we've been to Rocky Mountain, and we really like coming in the Estes Park Side because that gets you like closer to a lot of things. But last year when we were here, we didn't even drive over to the other side of the park where you come in by Grand Lake, but we decided to this time, so that's like what the last little bit of the drive has been. And we finally got closer to that entrance to the park, and on this side is where the wildfires pretty much took out, how many acres did I say it was?
I don't know how many acres, but
20?
I know you said it was 18 miles.
I think it was like 28,000 acres in
tell. I mean, it is
2020, and you can tell the place just looks like dead on this side, and that really doesn't make it any less pretty. It just shows you like a different side of the reality of wildfires in big spaces like this.
It puts into perspective, like you hear about wildfires, but like when you see this and you see the damage it does, it's like really sad.
And you see like how much it actually takes out, and I mean, I can only imagine how fast something like that gets started in a place like this. But now we are driving back toward the Estes Park entrance. We're not going to go all the way to the entrance right now. We're going to make some stop-offs along the way. Something that we didn't mention earlier is that this national park is not dog friendly, so Chloe can't go outside of the van really at all.
Outside of parking lots.
Yeah, so like she was fine to be at Rainbow Curve this morning because it's like a parking lot, kind of just like an overlook point, but dogs are not allowed on any trails. So don't bring your dog with you unless you have a van and they can stay in the van comfortably. Luckily we have heat in here, we have air in here, and a vent fan too, so she's always comfortable in here. But today we're kind of just taking it easy, driving the main road to kind of see all of the sights. And as we go back, we're probably going to stop off on a few of them. We kind of just like drove the way here without stopping, just to like take in the scenery a little bit. But on the way back to the place that we're going to be watching sunset, we're just going to stop off whenever we feel like it and I guess enjoy the ride. And here you can see like how dead everything is. They've taken some trees down, but it's just like miles and miles of dead trees from the fires.
So we're currently at the Alpine Visitor Center, and it's very busy, but there's kind of three things you can do from here. There's the viewpoint that we just showed, and then there's a little hill that you can go up and you can get like a 360 view of the tundra. And then across the street there's the Ute, is that right? The Ute Valley Trail? Ute Trail. And you can take that and see more views, I guess, I don't know. There's also the visitor center here. There's like a little cafe and store, bathrooms, a pretty big parking lot. So we've just kind of been hanging out here a little bit, and now we're going to go to the spot that we're going to watch the sunset, make dinner there.
The absolute most underrated part of van life is being able to literally make dinner wherever you are. Does
So
this
nice.
not look so good? It's like a sheet pan, chickpea, veggie type of thing over couscous with Chick-fil-A sauce. Absolutely delicious.
It's really nice, like Hannah just said, that like we don't have to just bring a peanut butter and jelly or a sandwich or something. We can just cook dinner when we want to. With this view, it's pretty sweet.
You can hardly see it out the window yet, but we're currently at Rock Cut, and this is where we're going to be watching sunset because it's the literal best spot in the park. What a beautiful sunset, and we have to get out of here before it's dark. And you can see the moon on the other side.
We are back today, and we're starting at Bear Lake because it's right off this trail, and then we're going to, how do you pronounce this lake?
Lake Hayaha.
Lake Hayaha. There's a lot of lakes along the way, so that's the end goal. And it's what's crazy is we were so close to seeing it last time and we didn't. And I guess we didn't really even realize how close we were. And we're potentially going to be swimming in this lake. I think we're only like 10 minutes into this.
10 minutes. No, we're 5 minutes.
Oh, or 5 minutes, and
0.22 miles. Pretty
we're
much
both pretty
uphill.
out of breath, so yeah, straight uphill, so be prepared for that.
I'm gonna blame my out of breathness on the elevation.
Okay, so the first lake on this trail is Nymph Lake.
It took us a half mile, about
I'd say like 12
maybe
minutes.
like 12 minutes, and it was 210 feet of elevation gain. And I think over the course of this entire hike, we're gonna gain about 1,000.
There's no way that was only 210.
It was like straight up hill the whole time, but
felt like a lot more. But
it
anyways.
is really pretty here. And the next up is Dream Lake. I just feel like I have to say this. Honestly, like Keith and I have talked about many times how we don't really like hiking. I don't really know like what it is, but it's just not like something that we're super excited about. But honestly, we're actually enjoying ourselves, which kind of feels a little bit weird.
One thing I do wish though is that Chloe could come with us. It would just be so much more fun because we feel bad leaving her being so far away, but I guess the rules are the rules. But it felt like the longest part of the hike was getting here.
Yeah.
But we're at Emerald Lake now.
So the reason we didn't stop at Dream Lake first before coming here is because there was a lot of people there and you go right past it to get here. So to get here, it was 1.74 miles.
And 56 minutes.
56 minutes from when we started.
But we did stop a few times to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah. So. And then 620 feet of elevation.
It's really pretty here.
I would
say it's
recommend coming
definitely
here.
worth coming here. But
yeah.
You come here and then we go back by Dream Lake.
Yep.
And then we go up another 1.2 miles to
Lake Haiaha.
Lake Haiaha. I don't know, I can't remember it,
but we're gonna sit here for a few and just.
And I think the lake that we're gonna swim in is Lake Haiaha.
Oh yeah, if we're getting in a lake, it's gonna be that one because that's
I don't know,
like
this one.
The dream
this one would be pretty though. That's cold. I mean, I know it's gonna be cold, but that's like really cold. Okay, so again, Emerald Lake, totally worth it. It's really pretty, and we watched two guys jump in the water there, and one guy played it off like it was nothing, but the other guy I feel like was more realistic to what it actually is. He said it's very cold, so
he got in and got out
instantly. So I'm just hoping that we're brave enough to do it at Lake Haiaha. So
I almost feel like because we've been filming it, we have to be brave enough.
We've hiked it up this much. I do feel like we have to. I don't know. We shall see, I guess. So right now we're walking by Dream Lake. The whole trail from, like, I guess where you first start by Dream Lake up to Emerald Lake, you walk all along it, which is super cool. And
it's very pretty.
We've seen quite a few people fishing here too. We've seen a few little fish, so that's pretty cool.
Put a lot of trust in myself.
So when you get back to where the trail forks to go towards Lake Haiaha, so from the trailhead to Emerald Lake and then back to that is 2.55 miles.
And it took us 2 hours because we kind of hung out for a little bit.
Yeah, we did kind of sit there for a while, which I would highly recommend doing that because you hiked all that way. You might as well enjoy it. Ready?
Yep. Are you gonna be there to catch me?
Are you jumping in?
No, but I just need you to catch me.
I can't even see.
You can see me.
Oh, fuck.
Gotta do it. We're in too deep now.
How do I get in?
Just fall in.
I can't stand though.
Just fall in.
Oh god. Oh. Hurry up.
Okay, you ready to catch me? Are you ready
No.
to catch me?
Come on, I gotta get out. I can't even talk. It's not even my voice.
I need you to pull me in.
Okay, come on. Give me your hand. Come on. Come on.
Okay.
Where are you going?
I don't know. Okay, that's good for me.
Okay, so I know that my jump in in the water took forever and was not very elegant. But I was scared of hitting my head on a rock. I've also never really dove in, and I really just couldn't feel anything. So I'm gonna say that's my excuse to why that looked bad. But I also cut my toe up. Look at this.
Oh wow,
Yeah. I didn't even know I did it until Hannah told me, but I think I didn't really feel it because my feet were so cold from the water. I'm really, really proud of us
Me too.
that we did that.
I mean, I was in for like maybe 5 seconds, but
I mean, I wasn't in much longer than you.
but I'm still proud of myself for actually.
I'm
getting
very
in.
proud of you. Like, Hannah got in. I first got in and went straight to the other rock, but Hannah got in and like kind of swam a little bit, so I'm really more proud of you than I am of myself.
I'm proud of us both.
So we're going to get our boots back on and then we'll be headed back down.
One thing's for sure, doing this is you're gonna climb over a lot of rocks. I would say up to this trailhead, it was probably like in between easy and moderate, and this is in between like moderate and like almost hard if you're not like physically capable of it. But like,
Or even if you are.
so many rocks everywhere, just, and you have to climb through it all the whole way.
Even if you are good at it, you can still fall.
Yeah, you can still fall,
I
especially
fell.
if you're Keith.
I'm having a time here. Okay, we're about to leave this lake area. We're gonna put the camera away while we leave here because, like I said, I fell and I was holding the camera and it could have been bad. So once we get away from the rock scrambling, we'll catch back up with you then.
As you can tell, we made it back to the van. We ate some watermelon because honestly that just sounded really good after a long hike. But two things.
We just needed to get horizontal.
We did.
We needed to lay down for a bit.
But two things that are just like the most chef's kiss for us for a treat.
Ah, yes.
These unreal peanut butter cups. These are literally
Fan-freaking-tastic.
they're literally better than a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Oh.
Like I'm not even joking. I think
I
these
love
are
Reese's
way better.
too, but
I do too. But these are better.
unmatched.
The other thing, we have one of these every single day. The V8 Energy Peach Mango. Like, I don't know that we would survive without them.
Hear us out on this. These V8s are fantastic. But when you pair them with just like a little bit of chocolate beforehand.
Chocolate?
Chocolate. Did I say it like that?
A little bit.
Anyways, it is so good. So, do with that information.
And of course, Chloe was so good. She was sleeping up in the front seat when we got back. And then we gave her some watermelon and some treats and took her outside, and she just had herself a little afternoon without us. Oh, thank you. But she was so freaking good. The literal best girl in the
This
world.
dog, I swear.
She's the best girl.
I don't know how you can love a dog more than this.
She is the best girl.
The best girl who gets groomed tomorrow.
Yay! But now we are going to drink our
treat.
V8, have our little treat, and then decide what we're gonna do next. Okay, we are back on our way to Rock Cut for sunset because we like it up there a lot, and we're hoping for a little bit better sunset than last night. But something that Keith and I were talking about a couple days ago is how do these trees grow up out of the mountain straight. Like, how does gravity, oh, that's really bright. How does gravity not, like, make them lean over? Like, I can't wrap my mind around how they can be on a literal side of a mountain and be growing straight up. So, I guess if you know how that works, then tell me in the comments, because I don't really understand it.
It's also wild that on the side of the mountain, it's just rocks in most places, and there's trees growing through it.
Yeah, that also doesn't really make sense.
How does that happen?
Also, I don't think we gave the details of our hike earlier, so I'm just gonna do that now. Okay, the Nymph, Dream, Emerald, and Haiha Lake hike. It on All Trails, it says it was 5 miles and 1,086 feet of elevation gain, but when we did it, it was, by the time we got back to the end of it, I started the watch at the trailhead and ended at the trailhead, and it was a total of 6 miles, 1,200 and some feet of elevation, and we did take a little bit longer at 2 of the lakes, so it took us a total of 5 hours and 25 minutes, but based on All Trails, they say that you can do it in 2 hours and 34 minutes, but I would say give yourself like 3.5 to 4 hours to really like be able to stop at each lake and like kind of just take it in, have your lunch, whatever.
Honestly, the 2 lakes worth stopping at are Emerald and Haiha. Like, the other ones are nice to look at, but if you want to stop and spend some time, those would be the 2 that I would say you would want to spend
but
time
you do pass the other 2 on the way. So overall, I think it was really fun. I think it was a really great hike. I mean, we probably could have ended up doing it in like 3 to 3.5 hours if we weren't stopping and like waiting on people, taking pictures, whatever. We probably could have done it a little bit faster, but the weather was perfect. It was like in between 60 and 70 degrees all day, and we're here at the end of August, so like there really isn't much of a crowd. I feel like everybody's back in school, so really there's no, like, I mean, you still have to have timed entry unless you come in before 5 a.m., but honestly, like...
But you can get timed entry, though.
Yeah.
Like, when we were here last year...
We were fighting for our lives.
You had to be on there at the time that the timed entry, like, came available. And I looked this morning at 6:30, and you could still get a time slot for any time today.
And I would say do it in the order that All Trails tells you. Go to Emerald Lake first, because by the time that you're coming back down, like, you're done. You want to go back to your car. We wanted to just come in here and lay down so bad.
Yeah.
So, I think it was a really good day. Chloe did amazing. Our best little girl. And, I don't know, I think we're going to just get up here, sit down, chill for a bit, eat dinner, and watch the sunset before we head out of the park. The sunset is better tonight, but it is so windy and so cold. I mean, look at it. Looking at myself now, I can see that I got a little bit sunburned today. But we just finished watching sunset. It was really freaking cold. I mean, I don't ever regret a sunrise or a sunset, but I really don't like it when they're that cold. But we pulled down to this other spot to have dinner, and then we're going to make our way back down this mountain. And tomorrow, Chloe's getting groomed, so we have to book it back to Denver. Probably in the morning. It'll be like a 2-hour drive. And then we are waiting around Colorado for about another week, and then we'll be headed toward Crested Butte, Black Canyon of the Gunnison, etc. So that is the next time you will see us. How would you rate your time at Rocky Mountain National Park?
How would I rate my time?
Yeah.
9 out of 10.
I'm probably like an 8 or 9 out of 10 too.
I mean, I'm not gonna give it a 10 out of 10
Yeah.
because
The sunset was not worthy of a 10 out of 10, so
it wasn't as good as what I thought it would be.
yeah, so
And I also got freaking hurt today, man.
yeah, Rocky Mountain, like 3, you maybe like a 1.
Yeah, I mean, Rocky Mountain fought back today, I guess. I don't know.
But we will see you when we get to Black Canyon of the Gunnison. That will be our 3rd national park of this trip. So we're super excited for that. And
yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
see you in the next one.